Well, like Kelly said, I think this is about our 29th city. We've got one more to go. And I got to tell you, I think you guys have won on the greatest turnout. So, Harlingen, great to see you guys. Now, as I was flying in that airport, I was looking across and I just saw thousands and thousands of acres of farmland out there. So, I got to ask you, do we have any MAGA Republicans in here? I knew there were a lot of people in here, the one that helped make agriculture great again down here in Harlingen. There we go. We got any farmers or ranchers in here? Come on, give it up. All right, so before all of you moms zone out, let me ask you this. Anybody eat food today? That's why this office is important. But even more importantly, who thinks the food that we eat impacts our health? Absolutely. You know, we got a couple things going on in America right now. I mean, really, agriculture is just about feeding us. The cotton guys always remind me, and clothing us, but primarily feeding us. But the challenge that we have in Texas today is, unfortunately, agriculture is probably in the worst shape it's ever been in Texas. We lost 68 farms this week, and last week, and the week before. We lost 1,000 acres of land today that's come out of agriculture, that's turned into development. And the reason why is because farmers and ranchers really are struggling to be able to afford to stay in business. I was over at Beaumont meeting with a 5th generation rice farmer, and he was telling me how he was very concerned because he thought he was the last generation because his kids didn't want to farm because they watched their dad and their grandfather struggle so much. And then it really made sense to me when he said, and I just sold my rice crop for 40% less than it actually cost me to make it. Wow. So he was losing like $300,000 that year, this year. But he did the same last year and the year before. And we talk about sustainability all the time in agriculture, but that is not sustainable. Farmers and ranchers have a hard time because their revenue in 1980 was 40 cents of every $1 food. So if they generated food, they went out and sold it, they got 40 cents of that $1. Today, 45 years later, it's 15 cents. That's their revenue. And all their expenses have gone up 300%. All of you guys in agriculture, I can see you shaking your heads because your interest rate's gone up, your labor cost has gone up, your equipment cost has gone up, your diesel, your fertilizer, everything in agriculture has gone up except your revenue. It's come down. And that's why we've lost so many farmers and ranchers. But we can do things differently. We have to do things differently. And that's one of the reasons why I'm actually running to be your next Texas Agriculture Commissioner. Because I have a little bit of experience. I started with one beehive in my backyard and turned it into today what's the largest honey company in America called Nature Nate's. Anybody eat Nature Nate's honey? Yeah. So hopefully it's in your pantry. I'm going from your pantry to your ballot. So, but listen, I took that one beehive and today our team, we turned it into Nature Nate's. We've got 120,000 beehives. We are sold in 30,000 grocery stores and we'll bottle 100 million pounds of honey this year. So we want to take that same experience and passion and background and bring it to all farmers and ranchers inside of Texas and help them financially prosper once again to help make agriculture great again in Texas. But we also have another thing, and it goes back to how we feed ourselves in America. You know, for the past 40, 50 years, we've been chasing cheap calories on the go, ultra-processed food. But those cheap calories have paid the price on us because 70% of all Americans have one chronic disease or more. 78% of kids, 18 to 25, can't serve the military because of their health related to the food that they eat. And we spend $4 trillion a year treating symptoms of diseases related to the food that we eat. So in our pursuit of cheap calories, we're paying for it. We're just paying for it in healthcare costs, but even worse, in quality of life. And I know that we can clean that up because when I started doing the honey company full time, I tested all of our honey for herbicides, fungicides, pesticides, corn syrup, rice syrup, antibiotics. Because I wasn't willing to put a bottle of honey on your family's table until I knew exactly what was in it. But I also saw that start to impact how producers actually made honey because I paid them more over time to go produce good, clean honey. And so you know what happened? They produced good, clean honey because they knew that Nathan would pay more than anybody else. So our goal, and the way that we help farmers and ranchers, if I sold a bottle of honey for $2 and it got on the shelf at $7, there's $5 in between the producer and the customer. So we're going to take that $5 and we're going to start to bring it closer to the producer, and we can lower prices at the same time. And I promise you, when you moms go in to go buy food at a local farmer's market or your HEB, because we're going to give them more access to the HEB, you're going to start asking, how did you make that food? What's in it? What's the process? And we're going to see this free market correction to help farmers and ranchers be able to be more successful and clean up the food that we all eat. And I like to say it this way: let's grow food better and grow better food. Because that is how we save America. That is how we save Texas. And listen, if you think about the political map, the whole thing is red in Texas, right? Except for Austin, Houston, Dallas, San Antonio, and El Paso. The rest of it is a sea of red. Well, that sea of red is agriculture. That is the heritage and the heart of who we are as Texas. And we cannot let agriculture go in Texas, because so goes agriculture, so goes Texas. And so goes Texas, so goes America. And that is why this race, the Texas Department of Agriculture Commissioner, is so important, and that's why I'm running for this race. But listen, it's just not me, because I've been endorsed by the greatest governor of the greatest state of Texas, Governor Greg Abbott. And I've been endorsed by Charles Perry, the head of the Senate he's the chairman of the Senate Agriculture Committee. We've been endorsed by the Texas Farm Bureau, the Texas Cattle Raisers Association, Texas Cattle Feeders. Everyone in agriculture knows that we need a direction, that we have to change and we have to shift. And that's why they want me to be able to pursue this position. But we can't do it without you guys. Just like what Kelly said, man, we're 18 hours away. 18 hours away for the final cast vote to be made. And we need you guys. How many of y'all have voted already? Okay, there's a lot of you that have voted, but there's a lot of you that haven't voted. So remember, Kelly Hancock for State Controller, Nate Sheets for Ag Commissioner, J.D. Lopez for State Representative. Are you on the ballot this time? Well, still remember Senator Hinojosa for next time. But we need you guys. If you've already voted, get out 10 friends, make sure that they vote. And this is how we're going to save the great state of Texas. So.